Hi, I'm Cody DeGalorians,
And I'm Alex Giannini, and we're the program managers at the Westport Library.
and this is 10 Questions with short video interviews with some of our favorite authors while they and we are stuck at home.
These 10 questions are for Danielle Trussoni. Say hi, Danielle.
Hi.
Danielle is an internationally best-selling author, columnist, and creator. She's a regular contributor to the New York Times Book Review, where she writes the very excellent horror column. And her latest book, The Ancestor, which I just downloaded today and is next on the to-be-read pile, was released on April 7th. You can order signed copies from her website. They're available now. And about The Ancestor, one of our favorite authors, Victor LaValle, wrote, "It's a gloriously modern Gothic novel blending mythic monsters with modern science in ways that gave me a thrill." Danielle Trussoni has written one hell of a tale. And with that, we say welcome, Danielle, and thank you so much for being here.
That was quite an introduction. Thank you for reading Victor's quote. I'm really thrilled to be here. Thank you for asking me to do this.
Sure, so I know we already know the answer, but which project of yours should people grab while they're stuck at home?
So I'm going to say my new book, right? Just because it's new, and I have a copy here, and I know you just showed it the cover, but it's called The Ancestor, and it is kind of Gothic suspense novel that has a big twist at this right at the center, but also there's a long stretch of time where the main character is stuck in a castle in Italy. And I feel like maybe all of us can relate a little bit about being stuck in our castle at this moment. So I would recommend that one.
How about a go-to book by somebody else that maybe you're leaning into during our castle quarantines?
So this is just a book that I've started. It's not one I've read before, so I can't really say it's a go-to book, but I really love it. It's called Underland by Robert McFarlane. And he's an amazing nonfiction writer. And I just love how evocative he is about landscape and about history. And, my first book was called Falling Through the Earth. And it was a memoir about my relationship with my father, who was a tunnel rat in the Vietnam War. And those guys, I don't know if you know anything about them, there were tunnels in Vietnam, and tunnel rats were sent down underground to search for soldiers and documents and various things that were there. And so was a period of my time where I was obsessed with everything underground. And this book is all about spaces that are underground. And it's just absolutely fascinating. So that's one I would recommend right now.
What about a go-to album right now?
So I like to have something that's sort of the opposite of the outside, playing in my head. So the kind of chaos that's happening in the world right now has brought me to, sort of like ambient, cool, calm music, Brian Eno and that sort of thing. And one band that I just love, I guess you could call them a band, they're more like an ensemble, is a group called Rachel's. And it's kind of an obscure trio from, I don't even think they're making music now, but you can find them on Spotify. And they have an album called Systems Layers that's really great.
How about a go-to movie or a TV show that you're binging?
So I'm watching Train to Busan. I don't know if you've seen that right now. And, that's frazzling my nerves in a very good way.
There's an animated sequel to it as well.
No way.
Yeah, it's something Soul. It's also really good.
Yeah, I'll need to watch that.
What about a go-to beverage right now?
So it changes during the day. I'm a little bit of a creature of routine. So I don't because I'm writing every day, I like things to kind of be the same. I always have 3 coffees scattered through the morning. Then I have herbal tea in the afternoon, and then I have a couple of glasses of wine at night, and then I have herbal tea before I go to bed. So that's my beverage menu for the day.
How about a go-to work from home outfit?
Okay, so I wore it for you. I made this sweater. That's why I'm wearing this bright cherry pink. It's not really cherry, it's more like bubblegum pink sweater for you, because part of my way of dealing with the anxiety of being locked in is to do stuff with my hands. And so I started knitting this, and I made this while we've been locked in.
That's awesome. What about a go-to place you'd rather be right now?
So I'm wondering about this, because if it's a pandemic moment, then there's no place I would rather be than here at home in my, stuck in my castle. But if the world were normal, I love to go to Italy, and the Ancestor is actually set in Italy. And I did a lot of research for that book. I went to the Italian Alps and went sort of walking through the mountains to find the exact right location for the book. So I guess I would have to say Italy.
How about a go-to time waster?
Okay, there's so many, but the one that's been occupying my time lately is Twitter. And, you know, some people call that work. It's just, for me, I'm just wasting time on it. I'm just like looking at other people's stuff and looking at cat and dog pictures, and, you know, it's just absolutely a big waste of time for me, but that's what I'm doing.
What about a go-to person you'd like to hear answer this set of questions?
Okay, this one might sound a little strange, but I find Pope Francis to be hypnotic. So I would love to hear Pope Francis tell me what he's drinking every day and what he's reading. I would just love to know.
I'll text him. Just give me a second.
Yeah, get him on the phone, could you please? I'd love to ask him.
How about your go-to nostalgia bomb that takes you to your happy place?
So I guess this is kind of goes hand in hand with music. I've been listening to a lot of 80s and 90s music that I used to listen to, and sort of putting me back in this mindset of being a teenager. So I've been listening to a lot of the Smiths and Joy Division and The Cure and Depeche Mode and all these old sort of new wave bands that I used to love. And it's really doing the trick for me for nostalgia.
Well, Danielle, thank you for taking a couple minutes out of the day in the castle and to answering our questions. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, my pleasure. Thank you for having me. And if anyone wants to continue the conversation, if you've got more questions for me, just go to my website. There's a contact button, and you can always email me. I'm on Twitter, as I mentioned, wasting a lot of time. So if you have questions about books or writing or anything, just contact me there.
So if you want to watch this video again or check out any of the other videos in our 10 Questions With series, you can head over to the Westport Library's website at westportlibrary.org to check them out and check out all of our other digital content. Thanks again, Danielle.
Thank you.